Hi, we're going to go over the very first assignment in the introduction unit of art appreciation. It's called What is Art? And it is a discussion assignment. First, we're going to go over the directions, and then I will share a successful student example with you. Okay, this assignment is completely subjective, meaning everyone's answer can be different and correct. The following questions are only to get your brain thinking and moving. You will not answer these questions individually in your response. Who makes art? Does it have to be made by a human? Does someone have to be trained to be considered an artist? Does someone have to be paid to be considered an artist? This would make them a professional. Does art have to have a message? Should art be beautiful? Is nature art, or does it have to be created by someone? For example, is a sunset art all by itself? What about a photograph of a sunset? Can things be art? A chair, a pencil, a rug? Or does art have to be made for the sake of decoration? Should art make you feel something? So instead of answering each of those questions individually, you will write your discussion response in paragraph format using full and complete sentences with thoughtful ideas and opinions. Do you have a video that will help you make your point? Share it. Do you have images that help you explain what you're trying to say? Use them. These things will get you extra credit. So, for example, if you have an idea about art and what it is, and you find a really cool video that helps you explain your point or supports your idea, you can use it in your response. Then, you will please respond to 2 other posts by other students. If you agree, say why. If you disagree, say why. Always be courteous and not critical, but it's okay to have a different opinion. You can even take a thought that another student has and expand on it. Let's be full of thought and ideas. Cool, or I agree, or anything similar are not acceptable responses by themselves. So if you think an idea that someone shared is cool or you agree with it, all you have to do is expand on why you agree or you think that their idea is cool. This is the rubric that is used to grade your assignment. So first, you have an original post with complete ideas. Your ideas need to be original, not from someone else. Thoughtful, detailed, and were written in full sentences. You did not answer each question individually, but wrote in paragraph form. Next, you use proper grammar, punctuation, sentence structure. That's only worth 5 points because I'm mostly looking for your ideas and the content of your response, not necessarily, this isn't an English class, but I would still like for you to try for the best writing skills that you can. Worth 10 points is your response to 2 other students in a thoughtful and courteous manner. And then extra credit, 15 points, for additional video, images, or other media to support opinions or demonstrate ideas. That means you can use any other form of media, okay? Maybe you found an article. You can use that, okay? I wouldn't want the article to be the main thing in your response, just to back up or support your own ideas, okay? It is optional, but it's highly recommended, okay? And it is worth 15 extra credit points, your total being 50 points. If you complete everything on here and add a video or images or some other kind of media, that would be a total of 65 points out of 50 points, which is going to really increase your grade. Okay, let's look at an example of a very successful What is Art discussion assignment. This is only a portion of this student's discussion response. Art is very subjective. It can mean different things to different people. Art is found in nature, from leaves to the way tree branches spread out. Animals can make art. The zoo sells paintings that their elephants make. Art can be cheap or expensive. Everyone is an artist, but not everyone gets paid to create art. Sometimes art has a message that can be seen by anyone. Sometimes art has a message that is hidden and needs to be searched for. Consider this piece that I made. It has a pretty obvious message that I think people do not care about what they put into the water and that this hurts ocean life. Okay, so here you can see that the student very clearly read the discussion questions and is not necessarily answering them individually, but really got her thinking, and she's expanding on those ideas, plus she included an image of her own actual artwork. Now the image that you choose, it does not have to be your own artwork. It can be something that you find online, something that you already knew about ahead of time. This is the second part of her response. Now you don't have to have a first part and a second part. I just couldn't fit everything onto all one slide at a time. Okay, things can be art. At the Denver Art Museum, there was a whole exhibit on chairs. You can sit on chairs, but you can also see it as a functional piece of art. A sunset is nature's art. A picture of a sunset is art from a photographer trying to capture nature's work. As to beauty, since beauty is in the eye of the beholder, then art that some would say is ugly might be beautiful to others. We tried to make pendulum paintings at the park one day. I think it was a big ugly mess, but someone might like it. So again, the student used her own example of something that she tried and an image of that to support her ideas. Okay, when we're looking for successful responses to other student posts, please make sure, again, you write in full sentences and that they are as thoughtful from your own brain as possible. Okay, first example is, I like that you included musicians and photographers in the Who Makes Art. I would also add poets and writers. I don't think that all art has to have a message. Sometimes I draw and there's no intent other than to draw something. There's no message in it. The second example says, I agree with what you say because art is what you perceive art to be. However you perceive art to be solely man-made, I do not. Granted, the whole idea of art is man-made, it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be made by man. Okay, if you have any questions, please contact me, Mrs. Coover, and I am happy to help. Hopefully this will help you get started on your What is Art discussion. Thanks very much, and I look forward to seeing your assignment.